welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd film a little sit down video because I've been doing so many like hauls lately and just like, I don't know, not a sit down video basically, and I really like filming them because they're just so easy to film. Today I'm going to be talking all things uni, all things like to do with my course, specifically to do with the University of Kent and my course, which is media studies. So I'm just going to talk about Kent, like University of Kent as a whole first, and like Canterbury and stuff and what you can do. I'm also going to talk about my journey with uni as well, because why not? So to start with, I just want to mention that I am 20 years old and I started uni in Hertfordshire, the University of Hertfordshire, doing film and TV production, which was September 2018. And then I realised I didn't really like the course. I took film as an A-level and I loved it all through A-level, but when I went to uni I just wasn't getting the same feeling or like vibe anymore really. So I dropped out after the first term, so that was December 2018. And if you are going to drop out, I'd recommend dropping out, like doing like a full term, because I had to repay some back, but then because I'm starting uni again it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying, if you did drop out, drop out like within the first term, otherwise you have to like owe money back instantly. That's what happened to me anyway, so just a little bit of advice there if you are. I also didn't really like the location of Hertfordshire. I found that there wasn't really much to do compared to Canterbury, like where I'm at now, but because I'm already quite close to Canterbury I already knew quite a lot what there is to do and stuff, and I just prefer like the location and stuff. I'm not sure if other people agree with me there, but that was my personal preference anyway. So the other reason I wanted to drop out is because I wanted to be closer to home, but at the same time be like from a distance and live away. So for the first year of uni I lived on campus on accommodation, so I lived in touring houses, and there is literally so many accommodations you can choose at University of Kent at Canterbury. There is another campus in Medway and you can get like a free bus there, I think, I'm not sure. But I know some people from first years didn't get their accommodation at Canterbury, so they got sent to Medway, which is kind of a bit rubbish, but that's just like one thing to look out for when you apply, is to apply as quick as possible. So the reason why I didn't stay at home and commute first year is because obviously I wanted to make friends, I wanted to have the full uni experience, but that got cut short this year, frankly, like literally, but it's fine. So for the next 2 years I plan to stay at home. Might change third year, I might get a house, I'm not sure. It just depends on the circumstances and who wants to get a house and stuff, because obviously I am still in contact with the people I live with and stuff, well, lived with at uni. Then I dropped out December 2018, and then I had to apply to uni by December, because by January, because that was like the cut-off point for like joining the next academic year. So I thought I applied to the University of Kent doing media studies, and I think I applied for film as well. I'm not sure what the course was exactly. And then I also applied to Canterbury Christchurch doing film, and then I applied for them again doing media and communications. So when it came to deciding which uni, I went to both open days and applicant days, and I'm not sure why, but when I went to Christchurch it was a bit unorganised, and the course didn't seem as intriguing as the University of Kent's did. So that's why I chose the University of Kent, purely off the experience I had on the open day and just like the course content and stuff. But one thing that did put me off was doing my course I'm doing now, is that it has exams like the first year, but obviously first year doesn't really count, so I wasn't too concerned with that. But yeah, I'm gonna get into my course a bit later, but that's why I chose the University of Kent, basically because of my course. If you did go for Christchurch, it is so much closer to the town centre, like literally walking distance, whereas if you're at the University of Kent you're on top of a hill, so it takes about a good half an hour walk to get to the Canterbury like main town centre, or if you get a bus, it's literally a 5-minute bus ride, and it's, I think it's £2.10 single and £3.10 like a day rider for a uni student. You just always have to show your like Kent 1 card, which is your like identity card for like student card for being at the uni. So my experience with living in touring houses was actually amazing. Like if you can, like if I can recommend any accommodation on the University of Kent, it would be touring. It is the most modern accommodation there is there. It was built like in 2014, so it is quite up to date and modern, whereas all the other accommodations are quite, they were built like quite old, like they were built quite a while ago, but they are still really good. Like I went in Keynes and it was actually really nice, like I was surprised, but the kitchens are quite smaller. So I think touring houses does have like the biggest kitchen on campus, if I'm right. But I know touring flats have like a smaller kitchen. I don't know if that's relevant or not to you, but I just thought I'd mention that. I have previously made some videos of the University of Kent, including uni vlogs, and I've made vlogs about my touring houses and like my room. I've made like 2 separate videos on them, so go check them out on my channel. I'm going to link them down below, all my university videos that I've made, because it might help you and give you a bit more sense of what the uni is like. So I wrote a bit on my notes on my phone, so I'm just going to read them out. So when it comes to uni, personally for me, I like to know what like the nightlife is about and like what there is to do in Canterbury. So I know that's not going to be a deal breaker for everyone, because not everyone likes to go out and socialise, but I just thought I'd name a couple places. So there's so many bars on campus, so they're like in walking distance, which is so convenient. And there's like CCTV all around the campus, so you're safe and stuff. So you have Origins. I haven't actually been to Origins, but I know it's in like the Darwin accommodation, I think. There's K-Bar, which is in Keynes, which is where I had loads of my lectures and seminars. I've been to K-Bar before. There's Woodies, which is in Parkwood. That's like the most furthest accommodation away from the campus, Parkwood. But Woodies is like basically brand new, like a brand new bar. It's so modern, it's so nice. And you also have the Co-op like attached to Woodies, so it's quite convenient in that sense. And there's Co-op on like the main sort of campus. If you look it up in Google, you'll see. There's also Mungo's, which is, oh, it's testing me now. It's in like an American caf diner sort of thing. That's the vibe I got. They sold like waffles like they would at Casper's, or creams. They sold like milkshakes. Obviously they sell food and cocktails and drinks and all stuff like that. And at each of these like bars, they always have like stuff going on sometimes, like little events or quizzes or whatever, so there's always stuff to do and socialise there. And then you've got the main club on campus, which is called The Venue. Everyone literally goes there on a Wednesday, and it's open on Fridays and Saturdays as well, I think sometimes. On Wednesdays it's literally student night, so you'll see most people dress up in like ridiculous costumes, and just like everyone just, oh, I don't know, I like the vibe of Wednesdays. I'm not even sure, I've made a Wednesday vlog before. I just didn't really go out many times on Wednesdays because none of my housemates did, because everyone had lectures or seminars the next day. So that's one of the downers about it, but I'm sure you can look past that on a couple nights because you need to experience a Wednesday. So for bars and clubs in Canterbury, like the town centre, we'd always get a bus there or a taxi depending on how many people it is, and just like the convenience of it, because when you get the bus into Canterbury you have to then obviously walk to the club, which is about a 5-10 minute walk from the bus stop, but when you've had a few drinks it literally just flies by, it's fine. So there's City Terrace, but I never went there when I was at uni, but I've been there before with my other friends. And there's like shisha there, I think, and you can have loads of cocktails and drinks, and there are like little party and events nights on there as well. There's also Cuban. Again, I actually didn't go to Cuban during my time as a fresher. I don't know why, but I've been to Cuban a couple times beforehand anyway, so I already knew what it's like. But Cuban basically has 2 floors, and it's like has like a dance floor and a DJ and stuff. It's quite good. I don't even know why I didn't go there because I actually quite liked it. You have Club Chemistry, which is arguably like the main club in Canterbury. Chemistry has 3 floors, has like cheesy music, like chart music, and then hip hop and like rap sort of music, like grime, like, and that's on a Saturday normally. Chemistry like always has stuff going on, like they'll give out free chicken nuggets from McDonald's, they'll give out free fans or little glow stick sort of things. It's always, they've always got an event on there, which is kind of cool. Then you have Tokyo Tea Rooms, and I believe Club Chemistry and Tokyo Tea Rooms are both owned by the same person as well, so it's kind of like the same vibe there. But Tokyo Tea Rooms is, I feel like it's more like obviously it's not more of a girl thing, but like I feel like because they have on Tuesdays they have this thing called Glitter Bomb where there's like loads of drag queens come out, and I absolutely love it. I think it's such a laugh. Tokyo Tea Rooms, you just need to go to experience it, to be honest. But yeah, they only have drag queens on a Tuesday night, and I never went on a Tuesday night, but I had been once before and it was so good. You have the Loft. I went to the Loft once during Freshers, and that's for like a little zoo party, so everyone dressed up in like animal print and stuff. And the Loft is good. It's quite small and it has like an outside area which is small as well, but like I can't really remember it if I'm honest. And then there's the Ballroom. I actually haven't been to the Ballroom before and I don't even know where it is in Canterbury, so I would look that one up as well. But those are just some like the bars that I know of, even though I live close. I don't know all of them. I'm pretty sure there's more, but you know. Also, if I don't cover anything in this video, please comment your questions down below and I'll reply to every single one, because I want this video to be as helpful as possible. So if I didn't answer your question, look down in the comments. Someone might have asked me a question that you might want to know the answer for, so always look down in the comments. So when it came to like socialising, there is so many societies that you can join, like sporting societies, book societies, like academic societies. Literally, if you go onto the website and type in Uni of Kent societies, they'll literally all come up. And there's always, what are those days called? Taster days? I forgot what they're called. Basically there'll be like 2 days at the start of term where there'll be like loads of fairs, so loads of like brands and societies will like come. Like you get free pizza from Domino's, but you have to queue and sign up, which is annoying, but you get free pizza, you get loads of free stuff. So I'd recommend going to them and just signing up to a bunch of societies that you want to join, just to like even try them out. Like I tried out cheerleading because I done cheerleading at the University of Hertfordshire, which I absolutely loved. I signed up to cheerleading and I went to tryouts, which was all good, but I thought this year I didn't want to join because one, I knew what it was like. So like I've already experienced that for one. Two, it was just so expensive, and at the time like I didn't have a lot of money, like my student loan didn't really cover much, and just stuff like that really. And it's always helpful if you get like a little part-time job. I know it can be a bit overwhelming with like coursework and like uni work and stuff, but it allows you to do extra things, so you definitely need to save like your money before you go to uni, I'd say. But yeah, I would actually highly recommend joining a society. The only reason I didn't was because one, I got on really well with my housemates, like really well, and I know a lot of people don't get on well with who they live with sometimes. So if you're like that, maybe join a society at the same time, because you literally make some of the bestest friends in your society, and you go out Wednesdays with each other, and like there'll be like a little set thing, like a zoo party like theme. You'll all go zoo stuff, and like you'll have initiations where you just absolutely get drunk basically, because with freshers and like joining society, they make you like do all this stuff, and like yeah, you'll just have to experience it for yourself. It's so much fun. Something I would recommend is having a look online before you go and like making friends. So I found about 4 or 5 people that were in my house before I went to uni, and I don't know why the others didn't go on and chat like and find us, but they said they did, but they couldn't find us. but literally just keep like saying, oh, who's in this house, who's in this accommodation, just like plaster it all over Facebook, and then you'll find people who you'll be living with, which I think would be really useful, because like, I'd like to know who I'm living with and not just turn up and strangers be there, but that's what happens sometimes. Yeah, there's like loads of chats on Facebook and on like different social media platforms that you can join and just talk to others. Each accommodation, I think, has like a hangout place. So with touring, we had touring reception, which was like the hub. Basically all your post and like mail get sent to touring hub, or they get posted through your door. Depends on like the, what do you call it, delivery person, if it's like Royal Mail or Hermes or Amazon. It just depends. Sometimes it gets posted to your door, or sometimes it will get sent straight to your reception, and then you'll get an email when they've got it, and then you just go in, show your Kent 1 card, and then sign your name, and then you get your mail. In the reception you went downstairs and there's like pool tables, ping pong, you had like a little canteen area as well. I never got any food from there, but there was like a canteen area and like seating and stuff. So for a lot of your time you'll probably be spending loads of time at the library. So it's called the Templeman Library, and it's absolutely huge. For the first couple months I actually didn't go to the library, but you definitely should, because it just makes you so much more productive rather than sitting in your room, I think. But with the library there's a little cafe at the bottom, and there's like loads of levels of floors, and like at the top floor is like the silent floor, which you literally cannot speak, you just gotta be silent. You just get on with your work that way. So many spots to sit in there, so many books, so easy to take a book out as well. Literally you just have your Kent 1 card again, and like you need your Kent 1 card to get in the library, and you have a library tour at the beginning anyway, so definitely go on that so you know how the library works. But it's so easy to scan a book. You literally pop it on this machine, it automatically knows what book it is, and then you just take it out, and then you have like a week or two to return the book, or it automatically gets extended if no one else wants the book. So as I said, there is a co-op on campus, and there is a bookshop, and there's Cafe Nero as well. So in terms of food shopping, obviously that's going to be a bit of a mission. With food shopping you can either get a food delivery, which you have to spend, I believe, over a certain amount of money. I think for us it was like spend over £40, then you get free delivery, or it's spend £40 and get delivery but pay for the delivery as well. But some of my friends, they chipped in for the delivery stuff and just ordered it as one big delivery, and then just separated the food when it came in, which I highly recommend because it's so much easier to do it that way. But at the same time you don't get like the full experience, and you don't get like the dates you want sometimes. So I know some people didn't get like long sell by dates on the food, which is kind of annoying, but I believe they do have to like abide by at least like 2 or 3 days, I think. But anyway, I'm fussy like that, so I like to just go and get my food. So the nearest shops I believe are Sainsbury's. I always went to Asda, which was in Surrey. It's quite far away, but I had my car with me because obviously I live close and I had to commute back and forth each week to work. So luckily I bought my car and I just parked it off a residential road which I had to walk to, which was like a 15-minute walk away from campus. But you're not meant to do that, but I did because I needed my car there. There's also a little Tesco in town, Morrison's. There's literally loads of places that you can go shopping, and then obviously go to Co-op if you need like the odd thing, you run out of milk or something. I forgot to mention, when it comes to the venue and you're a fresher, you can actually purchase some wristbands which are called K-passes. So there's like bronze, which gives you access to the club and like to skip the queue as well, which is I think it was like £40 for like the week. And then it's like silver, which gives you like a full term's worth, so from like September to December gives you full access and like skip the queue and stuff. Or which was like, I think it was like 80 or 90. And then you can get K-Pass, which is gold, for like the whole year, which is, I think it was 125, I want to say. But honestly I highly recommend to get the K-Pass, because me and my like my whole flat, like my whole house, were queuing for nearly 2 hours to get into the club once. Don't know why we queued that long. Well, not 2 hours, I think it was about an hour and 20. But then you have, once you're in, then you have to queue to pay as well. So honestly, I can't stress enough to get the K pass, because like discuss it like on the chat with all your housemates and just like buy tickets, because that's what I actually did sometimes. I just like bought separate tickets to certain events with some other friends, because they do sell out quickly depending on what event it is. I know Icebreakers for Club Chemistry last year was a literally sell out. Like I sold my ticket because I didn't go in the end, because it was on a Sunday I think, and it was just a bit inconvenient for me, but I didn't go. But I highly recommend buying tickets in advance, sure, buying the K pass, because literally, especially like Wednesday nights, like the line around outside, you just queue and you're in the cold. Like sometimes girls don't bring jackets because we're stupid like that, but and like you're just like out in your skirt and you're just freezing, and like you're drunk, but then like the drunkenness wears off and it's just not the same vibe. So literally with the K pass, there's like such a small queue and the queue goes down so fast for that line, and you get straight in. And for £125 for the year, it's so worth it. So definitely do that if you can. And like you need to obviously have someone to go with you as well, because you don't want to be queuing by yourself. So I know 1 or 2 people in my house had the K pass, but they always queued up with us, which is annoying for them, but at least they still get the free entry. But still, do it, just do it, trust me, do it, get K pass. That was like my one regret, not getting K pass. But then if I got it and the rest of my house didn't, then it wouldn't be really worth it. So just make sure you have people to go with in that sense. So in terms of like making food and cooking for yourself, you can get catered accommodation, or you can get self-catered accommodation, which is where you have like your own kitchen, you make your own stuff. So I know in Keynes you could get catered, so that meant you'd get £10 a day put on your Kent One card, and then you'd go have breakfast and dinner in, what's it called, Dolce Vita, which is another, it's like a cafe, it's not a bar, on campus, which is in Keynes. And that's where you'd like eat your lunch. No, I don't know if, yeah, you probably eat lunch there as well, what am I saying? But yeah, you'd have like dinner at a certain time. That's just like if you literally can't cook or you just want to be catered, then go for that option. I went for self-catered because obviously I can cook, well I can't cook, but it's literally fine. I just wanted to be in a self-catered accommodation. I thought that was normal, because some unis don't even do catered options. I also wanted to mention that you can get Uber Eats here, you can get Deliveroo, Just Eat, like all those apps, McDonald's delivery, like all the McDonald's apps, but you can't get Uber, like the car Uber. I don't think it's come to Canterbury yet, but I know that you can get Uber Eats, which is so ideal because they're always sending out discount codes and stuff. So definitely order if you can't be bothered to cook one time, or buy like ready meals or like freezer food, so you can literally just chuck it in the microwave some days if you literally can't be bothered, because some days at uni you literally just feel like you just don't want to cook. But you can also meal prep as well, so like make a big batch of food and then just pop it in your fridge or freezer and just have it when and where you want. So now I'm going to talk to you about my course. This section from now on is going to be primarily about my course, unless something randomly pops into my head that I want to include, then I'll do that. So just watch through this anyway, even if it's not your course, because why not? I might be able to convince you to take my course, who knows, or there might be some relevant information you just want to know anyway. So I chose media studies, and that's like the course name, media studies. It's a Bachelor of Arts thing, so it's not like a Bachelor of Science. It's like more on the obviously creative side and stuff. Course itself is 3 years, like most courses are 3 years. You could probably, I think you can take like a year in industry or something like that, but I'm just primarily doing 3 years, so I don't know any different. First year of media studies, which I have now completed, apart from doing 2 exams, which I'm yet to do and revising for. So if you want to know how I got on with that, comment down below anytime after the 10th of June, because that's my last exam, I have 2 exams, but I'll get into that in a bit. With the course itself, you have different modules for each term. It's split into autumn term and spring term. So autumn term is from September to December, and then spring term is from January to April. And within each term you have 2 modules. Yeah, 2 modules. So you complete 4 modules over the course of the year, and each module is worth 30 credits, and you need 120 credits to complete the year, if that makes any sense. But I know there's certain modules you can pick which are worth 15 credits each, but I didn't do that, so I'm not speaking on that half. 1 compulsory module per term, I think. That's what it's been like so far for me. So we had to do media and meaning, which everyone has to take, and it has an exam in it. And within media and meaning you do a digital portfolio, which means you basically get set up on a blog, and each week you write a blog, and we had to write 350 words each week. Obviously you don't have to do it each week, but it's so much easier if you do it each week, because then it's less stress towards the end when you have to submit it. So I recommend doing it each week. Also, I want to mention that you do get assigned an academic advisor at the start, so you'll be assigned to a certain like teacher or staff member, and you can basically go to this staff member whenever you want. Like, you just email them and then they'll say like what time's convenient for them, and then you'll just go see them in their office, and you can talk to them about anything. It can be personal, it can be to do with your uni work. And my academic advisor was actually my seminar leader and like lecturer as well. I'm not sure if it's like that for all courses, but for mine it was, so that was kind of helpful. But yeah, there's always drop-in hours and like contact hours where you can contact your lecturer or seminar leader and just go in, have a chat to them about how you're getting on and just like stuff that you don't understand, which is very helpful, I must say, because I didn't get that at the University of Hertfordshire. Like, we didn't get assigned like a specific person, and I find that quite helpful. For my timetable, I was in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was in together all 7 hours a week. That's like all I had for the first term. And for spring term I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday again, but then I had the odd Friday, which was just like a screening, so like I would have it one week and then I wouldn't have it the next week, so it's like every other week sort of thing, which is quite nice. I love my timetable. So with media and meaning, you will come across this book if it's like the same course and stuff. So this is the book. I actually bought this from Amazon. I think I bought it for around £40, but I know it retails for about 60. I actually will be selling this book on my Depop after I've taken my exam, so if you are interested and if you need this book, then I will be selling it for much cheaper. If like you want to buy it for the course and stuff, I thought that'd be quite helpful if anyone wants to know. My Depop is elliepearce with 2 I's. I will link my Depop down below. You can buy this directly from the bookshop as well, and I know that they have, I think, around 12 copies in the Templeman library, but literally you have like over 60 people on your course, so they're obviously all going to be like gone. So I do recommend just buying the book because it's so much easier. This book, you have like, I think it's 12 different chapters, and with the blog post, each chapter is like assigned to the week in here, so it's quite helpful and relevant that way. A lot of the blogs will like include this as well, like you need to but like go back to a point that they've made in this book, so you have to read it. I didn't read every single word in this book, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm just not a big reader, and I can't concentrate for that long. I'm just so bad, so I did skim read it and I did just find the main points that I needed. Yeah, so the digital portfolio goes 70% towards your final grade of the end of the year, and then you have an exam which is 2 hours, which is 30%. However, because of this whole because of the worldwide situation which is going on now, we have 48 hours to complete our exam online, which is so good. Like, I'm just like so happy, because if we had 2 hours to complete that exam online, I would be very stressed out about the whole situation. So that's worked in my favour. But you do have 2 hours to do the exam, and you're given 5 questions, and then you just pick 2 that you write about, and you write 750 words for each question, all that jazz. I haven't done the exam, so I can't talk much about it, so if you are interested more about that, just comment down below, or you can even like message me on Instagram. I actually get quite a few people message me about uni, well, from my uni videos, and just like uni questions in general, so you can always DM me on there and I'll reply. After you have your compulsory module, you have to choose one other module which adds to 30 credits. So for that one I chose making media. There are other modules called media identity and diversity, and there's one called media power. I don't even remember there being that. They might have just added that to the site, but I took making media. I'm looking on the website now and it says it's spring term, but I had it in autumn term, so I'm not sure if they've changed it. Might have, but I'm just talking of my personal experience. So with making media, you had to do a creative portfolio. So the difference between digital and creative is that we had to make a video essay. The first assignment was, where we just chose a certain topic and done like a voiceover over the top, and like they show you how to edit stuff. Like we use Final Cut Pro in like editing suites, and they tell you, and they like show you how to set up cameras. The next assignment we got was a 1-minute movie, and we used all their camera equipment and stuff. And then our final like piece of work was, I think it was a 3-minute movie or something. It was like film something for 3 minutes, and my like little group filmed a mockumentary. That's just like a little idea, and yeah, you just use loads of techniques in that. But that, honestly, that module was my favourite module. For the making media, you had to write an essay which was 1,500 words, basically explaining the pros and cons, strengths, weaknesses that you experienced basically filming, what you learn, how you would change stuff, and that's basically what the essay is. It's like a reflective analysis, that's what he called it. In the last clip I said about media identity and diversity, which is one module, media power, which is another module. I think these are new modules that have come in, because I can't see the ones that I took, which I'm a bit confused about. So I'm just going to quickly talk about the ones that I've took, just in case they are on the website somewhere. So obviously in autumn term I done media and meaning, and then making media, and then spring term I done media audiences and media identity. For media audiences we had to do a digital portfolio where we wrote 4 blogs, which obviously intertwined with the lectures that she was doing, and each blog had to have, I think it was 800 words, and you can go over or under by 10%, or just like completely over, just not under. Media audiences, that was like my least favourite module, and I think a bunch of people can agree with me on that one. I just didn't like how the course was, like how the module was taught to me. Didn't enjoy it at all. Don't recommend taking media audiences, avoid it if you can. But I actually can't see it on here for some reason. Maybe because she's not doing it anymore, which is probably all for the best, not gonna lie. Don't recommend doing media audiences if you have the option, but it is kind of easy, I guess. But for that I also had to do a essay for media audiences. And then going on to media identity, which was the other module that we took in spring term, that was so good. Like the lecturer for that was amazing. Like she always went into so much detail, she always literally went above and beyond, I feel. And for that we had to do a digital portfolio as well, which consisted of 10 blogs instead of the previous 12 in media and meaning. And yeah, it just related back to each lecture, and each seminar that she would do would also help and contribute towards the blog as well, so you'd get a lot of information if you did go to the seminars and participate in that. We also had to write a essay for that one as well, which was 2,000 words. So altogether I've had 3 essays over the course of like the year, which I think is pretty good, because I know some other courses have like literally like 10 essays, and it's just, I don't know how they do it. So overall I highly recommend taking media studies if this all sounds very good to you. Like, the course is very relaxed. It's literally, you're in for about 8 hours a week max. Literally weren't in that much. I know that can seem kind of concerning to some people because you're paying 9 grand a year for not much teaching, but a lot of it you do teach yourself in a sense. When you come back to your like uni room and just revise and look over what you've learned and just like do the blogs weekly, to me is worth it, because I don't like a lot of stress, I don't like a lot of work, and I'm sure a lot of people don't as well. So that's why it seemed right up my street in that sense. And at the end of it, you're getting a degree at the end of the day, and that's just what I want, a degree. So I am going to leave this video here. I hope I've covered most things. If I haven't, as I said, comment them down below. I will answer any questions to do with Canterbury campus, my course, anything uni related. I will also link all the videos down below that I've made uni related as well, so you can go check them out. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was beneficial to you learning more about the media studies course, because I know there's not a lot online about this. This is why I want to make this video, and hopefully it's helpful. I don't know, I'll be posting more uni videos in the future, so I don't want you to miss out on that. And yeah, thank you and bye. I'll see you in my next video.